Well, first of all, he's not Pablo Escobar. You know, he hasn't killed anyone. He's a guy that's made a mistake, you know, an error of judgment. So to see him being basically manhandled at airports, being attacked, it's like the dogs are all over him. I think it's disgraceful behaviour from them. I think the way he's fronted up to the media has been completely honest. He's been upfront. He's been emotional. You can see how much it means to him. You know, breaking down at press conferences, no one's seen, and that's because, yes, he's feeling for his mistake he made. He's paid the consequences, which I think has been way over the top. And I think partly because the Prime Minister coming out and saying that this is ridiculous what's happening in the Australian cricket team has brought so much extra onto what's happened. And I just think it's been way over the top. Yes, we don't condone it in any way, shape or form. Yes, it was the wrong thing to do. Yes, it's embarrassing and disappointing, but I don't think the punishment has fit the crime. I think a 12-month ban, 100 hours community service, it's probably about an $8 million fine for the guys for their loss of income. So I think it's been way over the top for me, and the way they've handled it, Australia media should be, they should be taken to task too for the way they've handled Steve Smith and the Australian players going back to Australia. It's disgraceful.
You've looked in from the outside. What have you thought?
Well, I mean, the state of how things have been, it's really taken me by surprise. I think it just shows a couple of things. One, I think people have been upset with how the Australian team has played of late. I think there's a build-up of emotion. I think there's a build-up of emotion in particular towards David Warne worldwide, and how he's gone about his cricket. And I think then the cheating has happened, and it's just gone from there, and it's snowballed. And unfortunately for them, I was also surprised with, like Warne, that they got a year ban. I thought definitely no leadership. I thought the leadership would be taken away. I thought maybe a couple of months or something like that to allow them to learn and regroup and grow from this mistake. And you just hope that Cricket Australia and the people in the right positions there don't just leave people like Steve Smith and Bancroft out to dry, that they actually invest in them as people and help them develop and get better and learn from this mistake. Because, if they just leave them out to pasture now for the next year, I think that'll be just as bad.